Hello and welcome. Today we'll be talking about the Cybertool Lite. This is a unique tool in that it's the last of the Cybertool lineup to be printed, and it features a nice 4mm hex bit driver set, which is quite nice to have, and it has 3D bits to drive home certain electronic screws and other types of items. It's a fairly nice design, medium sized for a 91mm platform, and performs pretty well for a precision type of device, although it's very niche for the electronics field. It also features a nice pair of pliers, which are pretty good for getting into tight places. It also has plus scales, which is pretty nice to have a pen with the item as well. So here on the table we have the Cybertool M, and let's go over the tool set of it. Let's start with the scale tools here. We have a pen in the plus scales. It's a nice little ballpoint pen, great for writing stuff and as a backup writing device or a main writing device, depending how you want to carry it. We have the obligatory toothpick, and then we have our corkscrew here. And inside the corkscrew, we do have a stored bit driver, a micro bit driver, slotted screwdriver for eyeglasses. And then in the scale here, we do have a pin, which you can pull out, a stainless steel pin. Comes in handy for a variety of different things. And then on this side of the scales, we do have the tweezers. On the back, we have a parcel hook, and we also have the awl with a sewing eyelet. On the top here, we have the main blade. Very nice, very sharp. And then we have the secondary blade. Then moving up, we have the scissors, which are excellent. And then we have the pliers with a fine grip for needle nose, standard set in the center, and a very thin wire cutter here. And then on the bottom, we have this wire crimper here. And then we come up to the namesake of the Cybertool M, and we have a variety of different bits here. Phillips head, PH1, PH0, I believe. We have a 4mm hex on one side on this, and Torx. And then we have a variety of other Torx heads here. And they store nicely in this bit holder here, and they have ball detents in it. And then we also have another Phillips head, and we also have a slotted screwdriver. And again, note we have the ball detent here. This is a non-magnetic holder, so if you're looking to use other 4mm bits with this, it will not work unless it has a ball detent. Next up is our slotted screwdriver in 90-degree fashion here, and a bottle cap lifter and a wire stripper / bender. And it can go in line as well with a nice snap. And then over here we have our combo tool also. This is a smaller slotted screwdriver and a can opener. I also like to use this for opening up boxes as well. And then finally we have our keyring here. And that's the tool set of the Cybertool 34. Let's go ahead and bring out some comparisons here and talk about each one. Here on the table we can see several different tools. We have, starting from left to right, the Huntsman Lite, Cybertool 34, Cybertool Lite, and the SwissChamp. Let's compare the Huntsman to the Cybertool here in terms of thickness. The Huntsman's a little bit thinner, but it's on par for the same thickness. The difference in the tool sets here are going to be the saw for the Huntsman, and we also include a 3D Phillips head screwdriver and a second generation light module for the Huntsman here. And they both have plus scales, so they both include the pen, toothpick, and tweezers, and as well as the stainless steel pen in the slot here, the pin head, and also a slotted screwdriver within the corkscrew. The tool set on the bottom is a little bit different. we do have a slotted screwdriver here in addition on the Huntsman, whereas we don't have that on our Cybertool. Moving up to its bigger cousin, the Cybertool Lite, we have an inclusion of a Lite module here, a 3rd generation, and a magnifying glass. The rest of the tools are very similar on the top. On the back, they are also very similar. We still have the same plus scales, same corkscrew, same stainless steel pin inside the scales. So that's basically the only difference with the Cybertool Lite versus the Cybertool M or 34, is that we have an inclusion of a Lite module and a magnifying glass. Next up is the SwissChamp, and the difference here is that the SwissChamp does not have the driver, obviously. It has a 3D Phillips head screwdriver, and it also has a magnifying glass. And in this particular variant, we do also have a fish descaler, degorger, ruler in inches and centimeters. And we also have a saw. And we also include a 3-sided file. The rest of the tools are going to be the same for the main blades, the slotted screwdrivers. The scale tools are also the same. And also on the back, we do have, in addition, we have the slotted screwdriver here. And we also have a chisel here as well on the SwissChamp, which we don't have on the Cybertool. But we do have the parcel hook and the sewing eyelet, which is the same on the Cybertool. Overall, the Cybertool M is a decent tool to carry. It's small enough to be pocketable and not too big of a burden. It features just the correct amount of tools to work on electronics in your pocket for the size that it is and the options that it offers. The driver is decent. The ball detent bits work fairly well, and they do offer a variety of bits that you can carry with the tool, which is quite nice. The scissors work well, and they're second to none in the multi-tool world, in my opinion, as they're very precise and they do cut very well. Having the plus scales with the pen inside of it is quite nice, because sometimes you may not have a pen and you might want to draw a diagram or write down some notes on the thing that you're working on, or a visual layout of the screws that you take off, say a computer or something like that. I've done that working on computers and some tablets. The slotted screwdrivers inside of it, the main ones, can be used as a very light duty pry bar. There's also the toothpick, which can be used as a non-conductive poker or scratcher, if you will, inside electronics. The cons of the Cybertool is that the bit holder or the bit driver is non-magnetic, so you can't use third-party 4mm bits with it unless they have a ball detent, or you do some kind of modification where you put a magnet in the base of it. If you do that, you won't be able to use the Cybertool bits as effectively, if not at all. Overall, it's a good, decent tool, and I plan to put it in with my electronic kit that I'm working on here. It sits nicely right in here, and it complements it quite well. In terms of recommending and going forward with the Cybertool, I do recommend it if you can find it on the used market for around $60 or $70. It does come at a premium price of $90 on Amazon, which is a bit pricey, but it's also quality that you're buying. Overall, it's a decent tool to carry, and I would recommend it. I want to say thank you guys for watching, and enjoy your day.